Hello, everybody. Today's forecast is for February 11th, February 11th, 2025. Let's jump into it. Let's look at a couple of things. I'm going to do a little bit of reverse action for you. I'm going to start with the moonology. I'm going to give you the information regarding the moon for February 11th. And the moon for February 11th is a moon in Leo, that fiery energy. Now, I'm going to tell you, the moon loves Leo because Leo is ruled by the sun. So the moon in Leo is a kind of a good combination, right? It's like a partnership. It's the wife and the husband, right? Together. Okay, so in this time, the moon in Leo gives extra strength to those people who have Leo in their chart. So if you have Leo in your rising sign, Leo in your sun sign, Leo in your moon, or Leo in your Venus, this is going to impact you more than anyone else. And what this means is that you have to take advantage of the power of the moon, that motherly, womanly energy, right? So it brings you success. And because Leo is the active energy, this brings you success in sports, culture, entertainment, celebrations, and things like that. Leo is all about movement, getting it done, take charge kind of action. Mostly, if you know a Leo, especially in their prime, they always have to be doing something, right? And especially if it's a Leo rising, which means that Leo is in their first house. And being in their first house, that's all about the body. They're totally into movement and activity and sports and anything that they can like go run, jump, play, right? The mom is going to make sure you can do that, right? The motherly energy is going to take care of her man, her son, her child. So she's going to make sure that they have whatever they need to be successful. So this is a really good time for Moon in Leo, right? So if you're that person, congratulations to you. Now, you have to be careful to concentrate your energies on having fun and enjoying life because we all know the Leo energy can bring about arguments because Leo tend to be self-centered. So let's keep it light, keep it playful, and things will go well for you. Okay. Let's look at what else we have going on. Organs to watch out for with the moon in Leo, because the moon in Leo manages your back, your heart, your blood system, and your organs. So therefore, you need to pay attention to your heart. You got to watch what you're eating, time to move, time to get exercise going because it really helps. If you have chronic illnesses, they can become worse during this time if you're not taking care of your heart. So make sure you're taking care of your heart this time. And if you got to, drink you some beet juice. That beet juice helps you in more ways than one. Okay. And also watch out for your pancreas. Your pancreas is linked to insulin resistance, which is also dealing with cortisol issues, but it's also dealing with diabetes. And you say, well, how is that related to the heart? Well, I can tell you, as the scientist here, that because your pancreas is controlling these things based on hormones, if your heart is clogged up, your heart does not deliver things through your blood doesn't function appropriately, so things don't get circulated appropriately. Valuable nutrients, valuable hormones don't go where they need to go. Things get kind of clogged up. Your pancreas causes those clogs to happen in far more occasion than what it needs to because the hormones aren't working. And then what happens is you get clots, and clots that lead to your heart, clot that leads to your brain, clot that, cause all kinds of issues, can go to your lungs. So anyway, that would be good. And to help your pancreas, you can have beans to help your pancreas, and that would be good for you at this time. Okay. All right. And let's make sure we avoid stress. Okay. Let's avoid stress as much as possible because stress, of course, negatively impacts every organ in your body, including the heart and the pancreas. Right. Now, since this is a astro reading, I won't go into all the really details that I can go into, but do know I'm Dr. Friesen for a reason. So when I give you this, I'm also giving you the natural health aspects of it, right? Let's look at the other part of the chart with the numerology portions of it. Okay, numerology for today, for those of us living within the United States, is going to give a heavy 5 energy. This is again for, well, actually, excuse me, I'm on the wrong day. Cancel that. It's going to give a heavy 6 energy because we're doing the February 11th. And since the 6 energy is combined with the 9 and the 2, right? It's combined with both of those together. This means a combination of partnerships, money, relationships, meaning house relationships, home relationships, and then worldly matters. And this is all coming to a head of defining what needs to occur. So this is the time where you're really mapping out what we need to do in order to take our relationship to the next level. And when I say relationship, I'm talking home relationship. So if it's home for the United States, then it means the United States relationship. If it's home for you, so if you're looking at this and you're in government, you're thinking about the United States as a whole. If you're looking at this as a personal thing, you're thinking about what can I do in my relationship, in my home life to make it more harmonious, to make it more cohesive, to have a good foundation. You're not as worried about what's going on in the outside world today because you have pressing things to take care of at home. The colors for you are red, yellow, mustard, sea green, silver. And remember to be supportive and communicate with those around you in order to foster a good relationship. This is that type of day. Express your feelings because if you do not have good communication, that home life can break apart, can kind of shatter. Okay. That's what I get from that. Um, this is a phenomenal day for sex. Just saying, just letting y'all know. Phenomenal day for sex. Okay. I give it all to you. I give it all to you. I look at those type of things. All right, then let's look at the next part of our astro chart. And again, we're going to focus on the 11th. So let's go. Let's see what's happening in the 11th. So we have a couple of things happening in 11, and this energy actually is going to be here a few different days, right? So, and it's going to shift a little bit, but it'll be here a few different days. A couple of things I want to really draw your attention to is one, Venus. Venus is in the second house, and Venus is in the second house, which Venus is that love kind of energy. So second house is the first starting of the communication, but it's a really energy about being attracted to others, right? And also combining that with the North Node energy, it means the attraction of the facial features comes to light, right? And this is in also the house of institutions. So this institutions can be hospitals, can be jails, prison. It's a system. So if you combine that energy together, you will see that there's someone who represents an institution who looks good, who has an appearance of everything is together. However, they could be hiding a secret. So you may see a new spokesperson come out for an organization, an institute, and they put on a pretty facade. Everything's golden, and people are attracted to the way they look physically, but what is coming out of their mouth does not necessarily match that energy. So pay attention. All right. The main energy of the day that is the Saturn and the Mercury energy together in your first house, which is your body. And Saturn is, a lot of people know when I talk about Jupiter being expansive and a person with Jupiter in the first house is kind of fat. A person with Saturn in the first house is more lean, taller, but it's all about hard work. So today might be the day that you're focused on shifting your body, elongating your body. And you can do that through Pilates, through yoga. This is not a muscle building thing. This is actually elongating and stretching and elongating your spine. But it is also about taking care of the chronic illnesses that you may have. It brings about a time for inventing new things, inventing new ways to take care of your health, inventing new ways to take care of your body and take care of your mind because you are an intellectual with this energy. Then you want to speak on these things. You might see people speaking more of ways in which you can improve your health through computer items, right? So there might be a new electronic device that they speak of that can be implanted that can help you with improving your health. You might see this energy come out today. Now, the next thing is Jupiter being expansive in our fourth house, which is the fourth house is related to home matters. And so, home matters, again, I mentioned there's a lot of different places where home comes into play, but in this case, it really is a double whammy with home because it has a little bit of the Taurus energy, which is all about home, kind of wanting to be inside, do my thing, make my foundation stick. That goes in line with what's happening with the numerology side of it. So if you look at the Jupiter being expansive in your home, this might be a time where people are looking at buying real estate, expanding their footprint when it comes to the home market, right? So they might be looking at, okay, maybe I'm going to buy a rental property, or maybe I'm renting and I'm going to buy a home to purchase, or I'm going to start the process. This is that time, that energy that's coming up. The secret energy that I see is pretty much with the health again. Um, you guys, if you don't want to know something, or you think you don't want to know something and you keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, that's when it becomes an explosive energy and you find out something that you really didn't want to know, but that's, you could have done something about it if you had have worked on it sooner. That's the energy I'm getting, that some of you are not taking care of yourselves and you're not actually doing the work to figure out if something is going wrong with you. You think something's wrong, you don't know 100%, but you're putting it off. Okay. So you gotta actually take care of yourself. Go seek out a professional to figure out what's going on with you, because something is going on and it's kind of hidden and you need to bring it to the forefront so that you can work on it. Right. That's the energy that I have, that I think that is everything that I want to say to you right now for the 11th. And again, thank you guys for your feedback. This is going up on multiple social media accounts. So I do appreciate all of your feedback. If you have something that you want me to answer specifically, let me know so that I can try to add that for you. Okay. And then I'm going to make the next one as well. So you guys stay tuned. Share, share, share. It really helps. Like my channel, it helps because I would like to grow my channel this year. I have really lofty goals and I'm counting on you guys to help me reach those goals. All right. Bye.